Glad Yule, Adam.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Undskyld.
Okay.
Avn dein own.
Are you just reading Google Translate right now?
Shut up. Trying my best.
Hi.
What language was I butchering?
It could very easily have been Danish, but it also could very easily have been some weird version of Swedish, Norwegian, or Icelandic.
Isn't Danish just some weird version of Swedish?
No, they're all just weird versions
Norwegian or Icelandic.
of Norse.
Look, I tried my
What?
best.
I'm right.
I tried my best.
I'm right.
Okay. Why don't you look around
Yes.
at the ingredients we have?
So, we have very Danish ingredients.
What's so Danish about it?
So we've got potatoes, which are very Danish. We've got pork, which is very Danish. We have kirsebær sauce, which is very Danish.
What is kirsebær?
Cherry.
Okay.
We have almonds, which is very makes me think Risalamande. And we have rice, which is the Ris part of the Risalamande. So I think that's the first time that I've accurately guessed anything on this show.
Okay, but you haven't guessed, so you've guessed what dessert is.
Yes. Well, I assume we're just going to make classic Flæskesteg and some
Say
kind
that
of potato thing again.
Say that again. So,
Flæskesteg.
what is Flæskesteg?
It is Danish roast pork
And
with crispy skin.
and why did I start by butchering the phrase Merry Christmas in Danish?
Because this is our Danish Christmas cooking special.
Very good. You will be making Flæskesteg with caramelized potatoes and Risalamande
Nice.
for a very traditional Danish julfrokost. Did I say that right?
That was actually pretty close.
Yes.
Okay, preheat oven to 250 Celsius, which is as high as it goes. Place pork, joint, skin, side down, yes, upside down into a roasting tray. Add enough boiling water so the skin is submerged. Submerged? Well, I guess it's kind of whole skin, isn't it?
Because it's rolled, so you can
I guess any side works down.
What I would say is to
Or
cut off
cut
the-
it and spread it out. Okay. So. Yeah. So we've got. It's kind of like.
Looks like there's a little too much pork fat, so you might want to trim some off and save it.
Trim off some pork fat. That's just the white stuff?
The extra flap of skin.
Oh, yeah, this. Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense.
Maybe we can save that for like some tonkatsu or something.
Yeah. So I think that we need to.
So the problem with this is that I was not able to find a flat pork roast.
Yes. But I think we can spread this out like this.
This is going to be a fucked up Flæskesteg.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And this.
We should have left it rolled.
Can go in there.
This is my bad.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Do you think we should like tie it like this so that it stays?
No, the problem is it's not going to cook evenly because of the big lump in between the two pieces, and there are different thicknesses, and
Do you think we should just roll it back up?
while you're tying this, would you like to explain to the people at home why I was speaking Danish and why we were doing a traditional Danish Christmas?
Because we lived in Denmark for a year and I still just love Danish stuff as a result.
What is it about Denmark that you fell in love with?
I really like the language. I enjoy the food. I think it is cute. It is a cute country. I just like it a lot. What do you want from me?
Do you think our Danish friends would be offended by you calling an entire country cute?
Yes, I'm sure they would. It is fine. The darkness, the cold, the socialism. Yeah, you know. It's good stuff.
And Danes are incredibly good at Christmas.
It's also true. Big fans of Christmas, if you know what I mean. Rolled pork roast. So, it's very loosely rolled, because I am not nearly as good as the machine that they probably passed it through to get it tied in the first place, but here we are.
I think it was probably just a butcher, like...
Okay, fine. The butcher's skills are better than mine, is the point.
Yes. Well, that's the butcher's profession, and your profession is Himbo.
Yes, that's true.
I'm posting on Twitter. We're filming our Himbo Chef Christmas special, and no spoilers, but the mistakes are almost as hilarious as my attempt to speak Danish. Danes, what's the best thing about Christmas in Denmark?
I'm reading the bit about potatoes, and it's incredible because they do say they're more of an extra side dish for the pork rather than a replacement for potatoes altogether. And they then say serve along with normal boiled potatoes, which is to say that they think that, you know, just having regular ass boiled potatoes is a normal thing, which I find very funny. Just, you know, serve with regular boiled potatoes.
Oh no. There was something I didn't think about when it came to tweeting this. I'm going to have to pronounce the answers.
Oh no. Okay.
Warm. What's this word?
Julfrokost.
What's that?
Liver pate.
The Danes are very good at their various pâtés.
Okay. So this is a kilo of potatoes. These 5 are leftover. Maybe we could just boil these.
Those are the normal boiled potatoes that you serve.
Those are the normal boiled potatoes.
The caramelized potatoes.
Okay,
next
we've got
to
the hot water ready, so I'm going to add that to this. Nice and steamy.
pork bath. Do you think we should flip it halfway through the cook time?
Yeah, sorry, I just got excited about the steam. Okay, so put the pork in the oven for 20 minutes, although we're going to do 15 in this case.
Yes. And then Maya Backval, because she's very kind to me, just says pork scratchings and caramelized potatoes, wistful sigh.
Yeah, that's the nice.
That's what we're
That's someone being nice to you.
Yes.
Okay. Potatoes are washed. Potatoes need to be peeled, which is gonna suck because they're very tiny. Very tiny potatoes. Do you have one of those like gloves for like not killing yourself? Like the, you know, for like when you're using the mandolin.
Oh yeah, one came with a mandolin. I thought you were talking about like oven gloves.
No. The other kind of gloves so that you don't kill yourself.
Frelika says, or rather, Google Translate says, warm liver pate with bacon, oatmeal balls, and vanilla cookies.
Oatmeal
if you
balls. That sounds.
What is it at?
That's cool. I literally don't know what that is.
Okay, can you pronounce it at least?
Havregrynskula. Maybe it's like oat balls. Maybe it's like maybe it means like
I think it's probably a kind of cookie, maybe. What is your favorite thing about Danish Christmas?
Probably æbleskiver and gløgg. But I like all of it.
Do you want to explain what æbleskiver and gløgg are?
Æbleskiver is a little itty bitty apple.
There's no apple in it.
A little itty bitty thingy.
Pancake.
Yeah. That. And gløgg is a mulled red wine with spices.
And
cardamom, I think.
raisins and almonds in the bottom.
And raisins and almonds. Fine.
Apparently, Jens did not like for like his answer and posted a very sad meme in response.
Is it in Danish?
No, it's wordless. It's just...
Oh, it's just a sad face.
Yes.
Man, I love these gloves. I love almost killing myself, but having gloves to stop me. Makes it so much easier. Especially with tiny potatoes like this.
Martin Angelo Susnin says Risalamande, finally. And Anne Woodall says Huga.
Huga. Everyone loves Huga. It's fine. Everything's fine. Just a happy little accident.
Okay, you can check on the...
Ooh. Oh wow. Okay. So. We've got a very lovely situation here.
Maybe that was the purpose of the water.
And we're gonna flip the pork over now and coat with a generous amount of salt and pepper.
It's probably also a good time to do the scoring.
Yes, this is the time to do the scoring.
Crunchy.
Crunchy. Okay. Okay, well, I've got some scores into it.
Okay.
Some of them are deep enough. Generous amount of salt and pepper and bay leaves.
Mikkel Lodahl responded in Danish. One must dip French potatoes in brown sauce without social stigma. And then someone said, only in Jutland, of course.
Of course.
Someone else said, we get to sleep a lot. That looks, it's the Mad Max of Flæskesteg.
Yeah, like, this is the hedgehog. This is the hedgehog's dilemma of Flæskesteg. It wants to be loved.
I know I said no spoilers, but can I post a picture of this on Twitter?
No.
You're sticking bay leaves under the skin?
Why not?
That's very untraditional.
We're gonna find out. Add carrot, onion, and thyme to the roasting bin. What?
Sorry, I'm just looking at the Flæskesteg again.
Why are you so rude to me?
I love how dark it is in here, and it is 2:30 p.m.
Very good.
This is just, you have to read this in the Danish and then translate it. Because it's Jens's answer, and Jens is a poet. He just quote tweeted this one tweet.
Okay, give me this. So I have to explain the context for this, which is that Jens loves to do threads where he's like, hey, one like equals one thing I've just invented. So he had one that was like, one like equals one kind of liver pate, and it's like different weird liver pate recipes, basically. So
Read it in the Danish, and then...
En kold leverpostejsmad, enkelt fra den varm, men alting anderledes nu. Det bruger tid på at lægge makeup og bruge parfume. Det lang tid siden det har brugt parfume. Den undviger, når du spørger, hvordan er vejret. Jeg vil skilles, siger den onsdag aften. I'm just gonna read the Google Translate because the Google Translate has this right. Cold liver pate. Once it was hot, everything is different now. It takes time to apply makeup and uses perfume. It has been a long time since it has used perfume. It avoids answering when you ask where it has been. I want a divorce, it says on a Wednesday night.
I know what your favorite thing about Denmark is.
Is it Jens?
It's, well, yes, Jens. And also, I was gonna say Danish Twitter.
Yeah, that's also true. The Danes are good at Twitter.
They are. Oh, that was in response to Sif saying, the liver pate used to be hot, but now everything is cool between us.
Yes, that's, yeah.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Fine. Now we add in cold water this time. Okay. That goes in for about an hour. So now I am going to boil the potatoes so that they cook. Got some water going. Oh, it's my fault.
Who else's fault would
I
it
can
be?
blame that on nobody except myself. We could actually probably put that on the back burner while we do the Risalamande.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, what is Risalamande?
So it's basically rice pudding with almonds and cherry sauce. Yeah, and cream.
Whipped cream.
Yeah.
Catch.
See, sound effects, they're good. Okay, so we've got risotto rice.
It calls for pudding rice, which is a very specific kind of rice that you buy in Denmark that we can't really find here. Any sort of starchy short grain rice will do if you also don't have access to pudding rice. Zachary A. Marks says, adopted Dane here in no particular order. Candlelight, including on the tree. Christmas duck, brown potatoes, and eating and drinking too much. Family, and the Disney Christmas special.
This reminds me that I was watching Oregon, and they had a scene where like two people hook up, but like there was like candles like right next to the drapes, and like also like candles basically in like a semicircle around the bed, and like I was like, you are absolutely grease for the fire. Heat up and let boil for about 2 minutes.
Do you want to explain, since you talked about Borgen, do you want to explain Danes and candles?
I just love candles, man. I don't know what else to say. Just love putting candles on everything. They put candles on their Christmas trees. I don't know how they're not all dead. It's fine. Okay, it is now boiling-ish. It's not a lot of water, so it's like, you know.
Starting to boil away a bit.
Yeah, it's already.
Well, when it looks like it's getting too dry, that's when you can add a liter of milk.
Yes, well, I think you mean 4 1/4 cups.
1 liter.
Okay. 4 1/4 cups of milk. This is all that came in the whole package, just 2 very long beans that they shrink wrapped, and
Do you know why?
because it's very expensive.
I was gonna say, that one package is probably like 6 quid.
Yes. It also smells very vanilla-y from here,
That's how you know it's good, baby.
even while shrink wrapped. Get the cat cam. Can't believe my wife will not get the cat cam for our dear followers.
I was just filming her with our regular cam.
So it is definitely starting to thicken and boil. This is the stage at which we add the vanilla beans. Oh geez. That is boiling over. Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. Opa! Okay, so vanilla beans and sugar. Milk is boiling-ish. They say also add the empty vanilla beans to the pudding because it still has a lot of flavor, so we're going to do that as well. So we're going to add all these in. Stir that up. Okay, so it says let it simmer under low heat. That is a done potato.
Okay. Why don't you drain them, rinse them in cold water, and set them out to chill?
Okay, so we've got potatoes as well. Touching boiling potatoes. Great idea.
You can use one of our spoons or a ladle.
I said it was a great idea. I'm enjoying it. Okay. I think these are the ones that we're going to use. And actually we just need the one bowl, so that's good. So, these in the freezer. These ones, put in bowl. You just said salt and butter?
Yeah, that's what I would think. Maybe a little garlic, I don't know. You can use a spoon. You don't
What?
break them up so much.
Oh, they're fine.
Get them more evenly coated.
Oh, they're pretty evenly coated already. Buttery boiled potatoes.
How goes the recent gut?
Good. It's thickening a bit. There is a little bit sticking to the bottom.
And we're about 15 seconds away from pork.
Nice. Okay. Put the lid on that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pork.
It's the pork countdown. Okay.
How's that bad boy looking?
Real delicious, if you ask me. So, our pork has cooked. Pour out the liquid used as a stock. Increase oven back up to 250 and put back in to make the crackling. So, I will not make the mistake I did last time of using plastic. I did not consider things very carefully.
In what sense?
That was a dumb idea.
Yeah. Nice work.
Nice. Da-da-da. Okay. Okay, so the pork is out of the oven. It needs to cool down for a while. In the meantime, we have two things to do, which is make the potatoes and make the gravy out of the stock that we got from the
Roasting
pork.
pan.
Yes, which we have already strained off the excess onion and solids and stuff. So we'll start off with the potatoes. So add sugar to the cold frying pan and spread it evenly across the bottom. Okay. So, spreading this out over our pan. Melt on high heat while you stir for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Now I'm turning the heat back up to high, and I am adding to the pan.
There. They said be careful with buttering.
That's kind of cool though. Look at that.
So what do you think of your first time making caramel?
It's exciting.
Did you ever imagine that your first time making caramel would be for potatoes?
No clue.
Gotta say, the potatoes are looking very aesthetically pleasing.
Very brown? That's what they're called in Danish.
Brown potatoes?
Yeah, they're not really called caramel potatoes, although that's what they are. So they've definitely got a nice coating now. It's starting to like thicken a little as it gets more, you know.
The water cooks out?
Yeah, the water cooks out and it's getting stickier. Do we want to transfer these to something else?
Do you want to get caramel on something else?
No, not necessarily.
Then I wouldn't. Gravy.
Okay, so how do I make a roux?
Equal parts butter and flour.
How much is this a good amount of butter?
Not the amount of. Well, no, because now it's all dirty. That's fine.
Okay. Let's go with
For a
that.
significant amount of gravy. Okay, start melting the butter. Probably want 2 tablespoons of flour to go with that. And now whisk that to make sure there are 0 lumps. Hand me the flour container. Okay. Really, lumps are your enemy. Lumps should not happen. Keep whisking. See how it's sort of really holding this. Okay, this is a weird combination of rolls.
We're doing
here.
great. Doing great. We're doing real good.
You want to stream slowly so that it doesn't break the emulsion. Okay, that's probably a decent amount. Like, we let that cook for a little while.
Do I need to keep whisking?
Yes, or it will lump.
Sad.
You could do a little thinner gravy, I think. It thickens as you cook it, which means if you stop, it'll clump.
Okay, I think that's probably.
Okay, why don't you bring the pork over?
Oh my god, when did all these candles get here?
It's instant hygge, baby.
Oh my gosh. It's so nicely set up. I just turned around for a second and it was like this.
Glad you, Adam. How am I supposed to say it?
Gilly you.
Galiu?
Nelly.
Gleli?
Yeah.
Gleliu? Okay. Whatever. Carve your Flæskesteg.
So first I'm gonna take out the crispy charred bay leaves. It's a Himbo special. Secret technique.
Cajun smoked bay leaves.
Yeah. We did almost lit that on fire. We did actually get like some good scores.
I never actually asked you what your confidence level this time was. What was your confidence level?
Oh, my confidence level was high, but only because I have to do this, you know, for the motherland, as it were.
Your mother is from Pennsylvania.
I know.
The crackling just fully came off.
Yeah, it just came off. It's fine. It does look a little pink in the middle.
That's fine. That's normal.
Okay. So, I'm gonna cut a nice slice. So we've got this nice porky boy, and I'm gonna get what I can of a bit of crackling, which we'll just place on top, and we'll just pretend that that was always there. That's how it works. So I've got my pork, I've got my potatoes two ways, buttery, garlicky, and caramely. And
Don't
I've
forget
got
a little gravy.
a little bit of gravy. I made a nice pork gravy out of that.
And don't forget the most important part.
A little bit of alcohol.
Do you want to explain to the non-Danish folks at home about Gammel Dansk?
Gammel Dansk. It's a very Danish liqueur. Most people think it tastes weird. I love it. This bottle we actually got in Denmark the last time we were there.
It's hard to find it outside of Denmark.
Yes, it is a bit hard to find outside of Denmark.
For those of you from Chicago, it's sort of like a Danish Malort.
Yes. At least, sort of.
Sort of.
It's one of those weird, very regional liqueurs that everyone loves to hate or hates to love, or, vice versa. So, alright. So I'm going to start off with a bit of pork. Got bad news for you.
What?
I think this is better than the last time we had Flæskesteg that we made.
Well, I'm sure, because last time was, I think we didn't cook it long enough.
This is really good.
How's the crackling? We can hear the crunch. Tough is what I'm getting.
So I think we overdid it a little bit on the skin, on the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that the layer of fat underneath is a bit more
Substantial?
substantial than in previous incarnations, and so as a result, it actually kind of goes really well.
Okay.
Like we've got
The soft and the crunchy.
yeah, I mean, again, a little bit too crunchy, but it's still like a really good balance all the same. Okay, no potato, garlicky. I already had one earlier, they're really good. Probably should have mixed it up with the
Gravy.
gravy a little more, but I didn't. Oh well, too bad. Brown potato, new experience, caramelized, interesting. You wouldn't think that it works, but it does.
Was the recipe right? Do you need both kinds of potatoes?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, so it's the next day.
Sorry, is this actually the beginning?
Yeah.
Where is the cream?
Where do you think the cream would be? Very good.
I assume we're using both of these.
I'm assuming we are as well.
Oh no. So we are putting almonds in hot water so that we can peel them.
Have you ever peeled almonds before.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't feel like I would remember if I
This
did.
is the exact sort of task that I feel like you would skip and say, I don't know, seems like a lot of work to me.
Does. That is an accurate description of my feelings on the matter. I'm gonna start the
Whipped cream?
whipped cream on that.
Can't believe you're not whipping it by hand.
See, I love almonds, but once again, this is a side of almonds that I'm just like, this is weird now. Oh, that one's lost. What do you think almond shells taste like? Or not shells, but
Skins?
skins.
Like vaguely almond
Paper.
paper. Do you want to
Yeah.
try one?
God, no. Probably gonna
You
do
were
it
thinking
anyway.
about it though.
Yeah, I am thinking about it, let's be honest. There we go.
That's better.
We're almost done. It's just a few more.
Are you going to keep one of the almonds whole for the
For the tradition.
almond game? Would you like to explain the almond game to everyone?
Yeah, so it's like didn't you do this when you were a kid? Like you had a cake with like a
It's like a
thing
king
in
cake
it.
thing, but
Yeah.
wait, did you just eat one of the almond skins?
Yeah.
Gonna wash it down with some warm almond broth? What's wrong with you?
Both of those were terrible experiences that no one should ever repeat. Okay. Coarsely chop the almonds.
So what do you think your favorite Danish food is?
Hot dogs? Probably. Danish hot dogs are really good.
Do you want to explain Danish hot dog culture?
Yeah, it's
Or
just
Volkswagen?
it's really just a long hot dog. They usually put like all kinds of weird toppings on it. I honestly don't remember what the toppings are that they put on.
It's raw shallots, fried shallots, sliced pickles, remoulade, which is like a mayo, sort of like a tartar sauce. Am I forgetting anything? Mustard, I think.
Probably. It tracks. Okay, so these are our coarsely chopped. None of them are left whole. Mix them with cold rice pudding. And then also mix in the heavy cream, or the whipped cream, and then put in the fridge until serving. But I'm putting the cherry sauce on the stove.
Yes.
Is that what you want me to do?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I guess.
That's some fucked up milk.
This seems like a very bad choice for like a thing to put in a milk carton, honestly. Like, why would you put clumpy cherry sauce in a milk carton? Anyway.
What were you laughing at?
Nothing. Just thanks, Denmark.
Please don't shoot the Risalamande. Cat would like some rice pudding as a treat.
Anyway, I'm gonna mix in the almonds now. Start off with like one handful.
Add the rest of the almonds?
I mean, we could add more if we need to. I think it's got a healthy amount of almonds. Do you think we need more? Sorry, I did not measure the almonds. Should also turn off the
Or just bring that over. Because you want it warm, but not too hot.
Okay. Well, this is our Risalamande.
Why don't you get out one of our cute little Danish bowls?
Do you think we should add more almonds to it?
Maybe on top.
Now
of
that we've
garnish.
got more fluff and texture.
I mean, you're not supposed to stir quite so much once you've got the whipped cream incorporated, or it'll lose its fluffiness.
Okay.
But you can definitely garnish it with more. I meant when it's in the bowl, but okay.
Yeah, it's in the bowl.
I meant in the bowl that you're going to eat.
Oh. Okay.
You don't normally garnish things and things.
Okay. So, nice dollop of Risalamande. A bit of extra almond garnish. And a nice bit of warm cherry sauce on top. Okay. That is it. It looks really good. I'm very excited. I'm gonna take a bite.
Go for it.
All right. Mm. Mm. Yeah, it's really good.
You're kidding me. That reaction.
Shocker.
Why don't you explain it a little bit?
Yeah, so you've got kind of like the rice puddinginess, you've got like the vanilla for a bit of flavor, you've got the whipped cream, which adds like a lot of fluffiness, you've got the chopped almonds, which adds like a bit of crunch to it, and then you've got the cherry, which is just like a nice, you know, like added sweetness on top of all of that, and it works. It all works really well together. Like, I'm not normally a fan of rice puddings.
Me either. But
this is really good stuff.
I love Risalamande because it's got like the heavy and the light and the hot and the cold and the soft and the crunchy and the light. It's just like, it's so many different, it works on so many different sort of opposing levels to make something that's just really satisfying and comforting.
Yeah. It's like the yin and yang of desserts. Just really ties it all together.
So, Flæskesteg, brown potatoes, gravy, Risalamande. What of that would you make again?
All of it, but especially the Risalamande, I think.
Okay. Is this, how would you rank these, or how would you grade them? Flavor-wise, let's go first.
Flavor-wise, Flæskesteg, real good, not too much effort.
We're not talking about effort yet. We're pure flavor.
Real good. Like a B.
Okay.
B plus.
Okay.
A bit on the like plain side, I guess, but like it's a solid dish.
And you have a little bit of issue with the crackling.
Yes.
Okay. Brown potatoes.
Brown potatoes. Also a B. Just a B though. It's interesting. It's a cool flavor. It's not like, you know, it's not like
over the top.
Over the top. But it is interesting. Like, it's a good side dish. It has very big side dish energy.
Gravy, your very first thrown together
Gravy, A+.
sauce.
All gravies are A+. No questions.
Okay.
No other explanations.
Risalamande.
Risalamande, A. Really good, amazing, top tier dessert, among the best desserts. You know, also maybe an A+. Yeah, it's just really good.
Okay.
Honestly, Flæskesteg not too hard to make, especially if you can get like the pre-made steak. Well, not steak, but you know.
The pre-scored roast.
Effort-wise, probably an A. Brown potatoes, also actually pretty easy, probably an A.
What about the cleanup after? Well, you didn't have to do the cleanup after.
I didn't have to do the cleanup.
Our production assistants did.
Yeah, so who knows? No idea.
Just in the interest of full disclosure to people who are wondering how hard it is to get the caramel off their pans.
Yeah, yeah. Gravy, easy to make, obviously. That's, you know, A+, ease of making. Risalamande, unfortunately, that's like a B, or like a B+ in the ease of making, because it is a little bit...
What about when you compare it to other desserts, like making a pie or a cake? Or
Definitely easier than like a pie or a cake, so it still has exceptional in that
If you're
category.
grading on a dessert curve.
Yeah,
this
the
is where
dessert
you-
curve. This is probably more, A minus.
Cool. Any tips or tricks for the folks at home?
Don't unroll your pork like we did. I don't know.
Why don't you look right at the camera and tell everyone who you are and why we're here in Danish?
Nej tak.
Yes.
Okay, jeg hedder Adam. Jeg er Himbo-chefen. Du kan følge os. Du kan trykke like på... I don't know the word for button. I've already
Just say
forgotten.
button. If you don't know a word, just say it in
Button.
English. That's what Danish people do.
Vi har min website, Gangster.af. Vi har social media. Yeah, it's you get it. You get the idea. Listen.
And wish everyone a very Merry
Listen,
Christmas.
I love you all. God jul. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, we'll see you next
Blessed
year.
solstice.
All of that stuff.
See you next year.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.